Song is such a banger, dude. That song is such a banger, and I have to kind of turn it down for myself. So the mic doesn't pick it up, and I don't get copyright struck. What's up, everyone? We are back. About to fire some tournaments here. Back on the grind. Steven says, yeehaw. Yeehaw, dude. Yeehaw. First hand of the day. Heads up. You're the one I want. You're the one I need. Okay, we are back. Did play some poker yesterday. Did not win. The last session results are accurate for yesterday's grind. Took Monday off after a tough Sunday, and yeah, now we're back on a stream grind. Let's see what we can pull off today. Let's see what we can pull off. Got Sharky in the house. Number one. What up, Sharky? You're the one I want. Jack 3 deuce deep. I'm gonna go check, and we're definitely not gonna check the turn. We could check raise, I guess. But let's just go for 2 big bets. Need you by my side. Let's defend the 5s, and let's hop into something else. Classico? Sure. I think fold multi-way, no club. Feels fine. Do we want to fold? Not necessarily, but hard to turn that into a nice hand, to be honest. Sweet, we have built a schedule. Now all we got to do is win. Or at least try to win. I don't know, I don't have enough confidence anymore to just say we're going to win. But we're going to try to win. Jack's covering the blinds. Good spot there. We also have top pair with the flush draw here. Now we have trips with the flush draw. Both call. King 10-6, no spade. I think I'll check. Never mind. Can't check if they lead. Guess I still probably have to call against that price. I'm gonna fold turn here. All right, we are gonna get paid river. King, queen, just found the perfect river there. We're gonna bet out here with our 6-5. Early position calls, small blind raises. Ooh, small blind's got lots of sets here. They also have 6-7. They also have ace deuce suited. So dangerous spot, to be honest. What up, Dimshot, Crumbs, Gambler? Good to see you guys tuning in. Under the gun also makes the call. Under the gun's just not gonna fold their hand, eh? I think if we go half pot, we probably get called by a set, which is probably what they have. Oh, they call two? Or I shouldn't say two, they call. From early position, what do you have? Oh my god, they had 6-5 as well. 6-5 of spades. Fold. How are you? Best player streamer in EU. To Gambler91. Love that. Shout out to the Gambler. Play check call. The heck? I got a raid? I just got a raid? At this part of the day? Just started. Hey, it's Yuckmouth. What's up, man? That makes sense. This guy is too kind to me, dude. Always sending in the raids. I hope you had a good day today. All right, bet the flop, bet the turn. I'm trying to go for 3 with ace king here. Thanks for the raid. Just getting started in my session. Drinking a protein shake. Gonna try not to run into a set. Sabiyaki Mandu. All right, they find fold. Uh, 150, so let's get some binds up. 523 is what I got now. Size up here. Brings in the flush, brings in the ace. So they have ace 4, ace 8, some ace jack, ace 10 maybe. They might raise ace 10, but they're gonna have some flushes. So do we go after a 10? Probably, right? Go after a 10. Everything else is scary to bet against, but if they have a 10, we're happy. All right, they did have the ace 4, so we got lucky. I mean, I think we were smart to think about how they're going to have some better ace X and flushes on the turn. So we do kind of dodge a bullet, playing a check there. Which was not luck, but could have also gone for a different play. Here it was a multi-way, raise, call, call. We check raised. I think we have the equity to barrel small here. Okay. Okay, okay. All right. Done my protein shake. It's heavy. Button 3-bet to 7.5. I like fold. I like fold. Strong play. Strong play, weakest pair in my range. Now this is interesting. Open queen nine suited. They 3-bet to 5 big blinds. They said 2 big blinds is not enough. It needs to be 5. Well, I think my hand just wants to call. And I think that's probably true on the flop as well. Ooh, fold turn, I think. What do you have, man? That's crazy. 4x pot. That was crazy, man. Holy. Big shove. Big shove. Triple barrel here from Jake Paul from the cutoff. I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Nice hand. Went for a big bet here on the flop. Lucy does call. I don't think this is a great double barrel. Oh. Wow. Wow. Didn't think they'd call a bet 60, almost 70 on the flop with queen jack offsuit. Definitely would have been much better to keep bluffing against a range like that, but wow. Well, now I know, I guess. Now I know. Got some good info. Dang it. Below starting stack now because of that one. Have a set. Jack 8 deuce. I think we just do a lot of betting here. Don't think trapping's gonna be better. Could do some big betting, but I'm just gonna small bet this one. This is actually funny. This guy here has been, he kept spamming the goodbye emoji this whole hand, and he just had a full house on the flop, turn and river. He just kept spamming it. Look at all the goodbyes. Flop the house. Here they limp, check, check, bet, call, bet. Call. Yeah. Just like unless the price gets worse, it's really just tough to fold top pair. A lot of the time when people are bluffing blind versus blind, they're not even really like always targeting your top pair, right? Like they just want you to fold a 6, fold a 9, fold queen high. It's just, yeah, just not going to do a ton of folding there. All right. I'm freezing cold now. I'm going to refill my water, grab a coffee, get rid of some of this garbage on my desk. Just some housekeeping things. Hope everyone in the chat's doing well today. Thanks for tuning in if you have. I'll be right back. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I am timing out. I was also not muted. I was not muted, which means I might have heard some things. Sorry. What's up, Jose? 4x shoves smell like tens, hands scared to death of overs and spades. I agree. I don't think it was a, like... I don't know. Sometimes you get like ace-king vibes or something like that, but... I agree. It didn't feel like I could call my 9. $47, 46 blinds. Guess I'll play 3-bet call here with the ace queen. Not like super pumped about it, but take it down. Is that beer 0530 or beer A maybe? Hello, hello. You set the night on fire. Check, check, flop. We bet turn. We have a straight here, just unblocking everything. I think just keep betting big is good. Queen 10, eh? Ace 10. I was considering folding there for half a second, but that's okay. All right, what are we? 40 blinds deep. You could see some ace jack, king jack in here. But also jack 10, jack 9, and everything else. Just gonna run and, never mind. Soon I'm gonna run and grab my coffee. I might have to grab a blanket as well, man. It's freezing. Oh, freezing cold. Aces. My favorite hand. People often ask, what is your favorite hand? This is it. All right, lucky there. Get a cooler. Cooler there. Love it. Okay, I have 3-7. Do I have to play this? Do I have to play this? No. Okay, I hope this coffee is going to warm me up. I'm going to raise queen 8 with the short stack of the big blind. We're going to be playing on the looser side. This is less interesting. Playing a 4-bet here. Just gotta fold. I wonder if I shoved ace-8 would have called off. That would obviously be quite bad for me, but I'm just not sure if they would have. Wow. Okay, I gotta think there. Raise pre-check, and then 2 very big bets on the king. I just feel like this is more comfortably a bluff than a value bet. So if I have to decide, I'm just gonna bluff catch. This time we got it wrong though. Dang it. Why not raise the 5-4-7 flop? Trying to remember which hand that was. The one where I had king queen? Was that the one? The one where I had king queen? Where I raised the river? Because that's the 5-4-7 I just found in the hand history. Well, that one went check, 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 check. So there was no raising to be done after I defended the big blind. So raise was not an option. Oh, we get lucky. Nice. Five eight against aces. Wow, aces are showing up a lot. in the predator, raise and call. They go half pot. Nice turn. Half pot. All right, let's hope they have aces or kings or queens. And they can find a check call here. Pocket eights, nice. That hand makes some sense. Good result for us, though. Pick up a flush here. Nice flop as well on this board. 20 blinds. I'm opening cutoff effectively. Yeah, I don't even think they have ace jack always. Which is good. We have a relatively clean bet here. We're going to take it. All right. I think I was the only one with a flush. I think I actually beat enough of the bluffs to just play check call here on the turn. And like not too many of their ace highs are betting. I mean, why did you not bet out of position on the flop? Does a 5-4-7 flop not do very well for your range? Yeah, so when we started the hand, we were short-handed, so they were basically opening... They were essentially opening late position, which means they're going to connect with that flop a lot more than, say, if we were like 9-handed and they opened out of the gun. So while the big blind does have an advantage on that like kind of board, having the straights and stuff, like they're still also going to have sets and lots of pairs and two pairs, and like they're not going to be dead on that board, if that makes sense. So I'm going to do less leading because of that. Is there leading? Yes. Am I going to lead my entire range? No. Because we share that board a little bit more, so there's less of a leading strategy. Now, the secondary reason is king-queen specifically just doesn't benefit as much as other hands do. Like, they're going to call a lot of their ace highs. The stuff that we fold out, we dominate anyway, and we'd actually rather go check-check and then pick up a pair, right? So yeah, unless we're going to fold out like a bunch of better hands, which I don't really see ever happening with king-queen, it doesn't seem like a better line to lead for value than to check and like hopefully it goes check-check and we cooler queen-jack or queen-10 on a queen, or cooler king-9 or king-10 on a king. That feels like it's worth more for us. If that makes sense. It's kind of how I would think about it. Got a pot against this player. We raise pre, they call. Last time they used emojis, they were being honest, but I think I'm just going to carry on with the strat that I wanted to go for. They raise small. We're going to call one. If we improve, we'll continue, but we're not going to probably put in too many chips here. They go 1/3, which means I can call at least. And we might lose, but I don't see myself bluffing against the range that they're repping. All right, nice. We have a set here. Okay. Very, very often just have a clean triple barrel on this board against two pairs, ace, queen, ace, king. But I don't think pocket tens even gets to the turn. Pocket aces check call and then jam. So it's just king queen. I don't know. We have outs against king queen, and if it's not king queen, there we have outs. Nice. Gets a little weird on double flush draw. Like I don't really know this player pool well. I don't know if somebody's just shoving like two pair or something out of position. Double, like they see double flush draw out of position. They have a decent two pair, or like ace X flush draw or something, and just send it. Like as long as I don't think pocket aces are that likely, or like pocket tens even gets to the turn, potentially not. Because like set over set's really bad. Set over set is worse than king queen, because we don't have the full house outs. Awesome, Jocelyn. What up? What up? How's it going? Hope the tables are being nice today. So far, so good. So far, so good. Ace King offsuit back-to-back times. I go multi-way back-to-back times. Jack 7 deuce flush draw, Jack 6-3 flush draw. I mean, last time I did win the pot, so I can't really complain, but it's not really what you want with Ace King offsuit, is to go multi-way and brick. What did they show down last time? Queen 10, Queen high, multi-way. Could have found a bluff somewhere. Don't think we can call that. Never phased me, hello. Awesome Jocelyn says, did you do anything fun for Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year? My fiance's brother hosted a hot pot kind of get together. This was like 2 weeks ago though, so I don't know if that counts. But no, I don't celebrate, I suppose. Ace is showing up again. $55 turbo bounty. Deuces here. Nah. Nah, not for me. $16.5 against under the gun here. I decided on 3-bet fold instead of shove. But I hope to win. That's my preferred result. Do not win. Here I'm going to raise in position. Big blind peels. Multi-way against under the gun. And my raise. Give me equity. Stat. Give me equity stat. Under the gun hasn't folded either. Jesus. Well, I guess I fold. Timing a little bit off. Wow, this guy folds as well, okay. Look at this pop, by the way. Take that down. Who shipped this? 9-8, 2 pair. Did they win every bounty? Oh my god, they did. Unreal. No, defend the big blind. Check, check, ace. Ay, ay, ay. Raise the queens, ace, 5, 8. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around a bunch. Queens are going to c-bet. We do take it down there, which is, I guess, fine once we see the ace high board. Definitely lose some of our greed. Okay, we are going to lose against the 10 big blind stack here, which sucks. Ace, ace, getting cracked. Getting our aces cracked. Dang it. What's up, worst hands? Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Limp out of the gun. Should I be so excited to get involved here? Maybe it's okay for one big blind. That's how it starts. One big blind. My gut feeling was that we should probably just fold pre, and then I went against it. Ace-6, ace-6 here. They have the free roll. Chop it up. Interesting limp there. I feel like it's a decent like min raise kind of bluff, but I fell in love with the city. Get to call this one. Sweet. 12 bigs. All right, ace king. Last couple times I min raised ace king in this tournament, I got 2 callers and bricked. Maybe we can get some action or flop well. At least we got 2 short stacks. Jesus, I cannot hit a pair with ace king, man. I cannot hit a pair, so 4 paid. Min cash is decent. I think this combo I'm just gonna bet and play for stacks. Assuming they raise. Which they did not. I think jam's correct here. Uh-oh. Out of the 2 stacks, that's the one I did not want to get called by. It was a flip at least, but... yeah. At least it was a flip, but we don't win the flip, so... Good game. Sad to see the aces get cracked, I know. Also cannot hit a pair with ace queen here, it seems. Oh, never mind. Just took longer than the flop. Definitely been running bad on these flops though. I'm not hitting flops right now. Not hitting the flops, man. All right, let's hop into the Super 320 main event for the day. At least as far as the big buy-ins go. Chip leader opens. Oof, such an awkward spot at the table. Reshove stacks that I can't really call. Yeah, I'm just gonna play tight there, I think. I think maybe call is the best option potentially, but Time Stanley says, Happy Wednesday. I have you muted at the moment because I am on a meeting, but glad to see you streaming today. Hello, Time Stanley. You can't hear this as I am muted, but thank you, sir. This was raised 3-bet. There was a call. Check, check. Snap bet. Wow. Spicy. Shut it down, Floppino. Okay, in the 320, it was min raise, call, bet, call, pot. Yeah. Nice bet, nice bet. Against pot, I think we want... I feel like if we're going to call with third pair, we probably want some sort of draw to go along with it. By the way, their bet on the turn on that King of Clubs was the winner. That was the winning bet. Raise from middle position. They're going to see bet half pot. Not a great turn. Here we go for a small bet. Turn is the 9. Check, check looks really clean here. We want them to get there if they have a draw. We want to let them bluff. We want to... We're not super deep, so we don't need to bet to get the stack. We go 8 into 8. They did have trips. Nice. Here we see bet, check, bet. It's a questionable fold. I think some people will have strong checks on the turn, and I think others won't. So that's going to probably determine how good or bad that call is going to be. Take it down with the 5s. Here we do see an elimination, so we're 2 off the money now. Two off the money, raising the queens. We see a shove. Good luck. Nice. Oops. Three bet's gonna work out nice. Oh, another all in and a call. Pocket 4s is the big stack and is gonna hold. All right, stone bubble for a min cash. I have no bounties. This is a small field bounty, so you never really want to be sitting here begging for min cash with no bounties, but it's kind of just how it worked out. And this is the short stack left. If they double up, we're going to be pretty much even. They're going to have to beat the jack and the 5, though. Which they can do. All right. Gonna have to sweat the bubble a little bit, at least. Jack's here in the 22. We got ace king in the 55. Oh, shoving a call. King jack ace deuce. Short stack is king jack. Dang, back-to-back short stack doubles. That's too bad. I mean, at the end of the day, we can't control those ones, so whatever, but would have saved a bit of a headache. Good luck, jacks. Seven, 8 suited. Hunting the bounty. Nice hold. Good fold with the 7-10 against that bet sizing. Thanks, man. You're the one I want. You're the one I need. You're the one I want. You're the one I need. I guess I'll shove. We get good enough action, I think, by shoving anyway. Here is interesting. Raise, call, squeeze, call, call. So calls and then overcalls. Pocket pairs make sense. Small pocket pairs. Some suited aces, I guess, as well. Pot left, eh? Whew, ace 10. All right, good luck, guys. On the bubble, we're going to hunt this bounty. No, same thing as the other table. Pipped here for 5 big blinds. Oh, nice. We chop. Let's go. Nice. Ace 5 with the shorter stack from the cutoff, 10.7. I think I want to go a bit tighter here, I think. Dang, that was back-to-back tables, ace 9, ace 10. Dodged a bullet here by not shoving turn. I never really wanted to shove turn. I had ideas of betting really small and folding turn. Just trying to get some value from kings and queens and jacks. Or like a weaker ace. But I thought maybe check back, and if they check again river, then actually go for the stack is probably a better plan. So that's what I went for, but then another heart peels off, which kind of actually helped us. The short stack doubled up here with jacks. Flop the full house all in. I don't know, guys. This is like 3 or 4 double ups in a row from the short stack. With the way I've been running lately, I don't know. I should feel like I could also double up as the short stack, but I just don't feel that way. I just feel like... Where's the proof, dude? Where's the proof? What's up, Major Donk? All good, bro. It's all good. Okay, we're going to bust the 109 here to King 5. We do our best, guys. We do our best, but we just don't run quite hot enough these days. Hopefully we can take this down. If not, win a flip. If not, suck out. All right, got to win a flip. And we don't. So 3 short stacks doubled up, 4 short stacks doubled up. Is it my turn to double up? Yep. Do I? No. Do I bubble? Yep. Good luck here. This is bottom of my range. We run at the top of their range. Queens into kings. Queens into kings. All right, so we busted the 109. We bubbled this. And we lost 99% of our stack here with queens. Keep showing up, guys, and we keep losing. Not much else I can do out here. I can keep showing up, but it just doesn't make the difference lately. Lately just doesn't matter. Queen 10 brings us back to 7 big blinds. That's very lucky. There was an ace jack, a queen something taken outs. And that's good news, but it's hard to be that excited after the rotation of hands we just went through. Okay, I just went for a late reg in this 50 euro Sadie thing. Okay. Beautiful. All right, I call. Okay, top pair on the turn, shallow against a flush. I even played it trappy, let them bluff stuff. Perfect river, but they were not bluffing. They check raised their flush into my top pair. So cold. I'm just gonna get out of the way in this satellite against whatever that was. Just get out of there. Poker sucks, lol. Man, it's like this guy is, it's like a bat signal gets sent out every time I'm having a bad session. Although that is actually every session. Poker sucks. Dropping the 2-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you, man. It's so funny. I'm just having my worst sessions when you tune in, and it's just perfect timing. This I'm priced in here against the button. They have aces. Oh! Nice. I suck out finally for 1.7 blinds. We'll take it. This is 2 tickets. 2 tickets. Third place gets $7. Hey, thanks for the resub, man. This guy just knows when I'm running bad. Okay, we're going to break after this hand here. We have kings. Be back in 5 minutes. All right, fam. Let's get in the 1650 Hyper Bounty. Let's update the buy-ins if they're not updated. They are kind of. Okay. We're in the Super 320. We are in the Super 55. Predator is a good stack. We busted some of the other Daily Legends events, but I don't know. I think we've been playing pretty well so far today. to be honest. So that is the goal. I had a good session yesterday too. I feel like Poker Brain at least has been working decently. All right, aces. Nice. Oh, shoot. Yo, we got 5 gifted. Aces, no action. We got 5 gifted from Poker Sucks LOL. 1 minute ago, I missed the sub. I missed the pack. Also here, it's not listing. It's not listing who it was. Been Mia for a while. You not in the apartment anymore? No, not in the apartment anymore. I moved out of my apartment a long time ago. I moved out of my apartment back in 2023, and then I lived in a spot until the end of last year. Or 2022 even. Until the end of last year. And then now I'm in this spot. So yeah, it's been a long time since the apartment days. Can go for a shove back to back there. Ace King, we're 3-betting, of course. See a 4-bet, we're gonna just rip it in. Out of position. Take it down, which is fine. Gonna get in my 9 here. Check raise to this size to have around pot left. We do lose to like Jack X of clubs and Jack 9 now, but hopefully there's still like 8s and 7s and 6s and like some 9-8 and 9-10 and Queen 9 and flush draws, and hopefully there's all that stuff. In the Sadie, they shove, I call. Nice. Get a fold here, which is I'm okay with. I mean, once they start tanking for a while, we got to feel pretty decently, I think, but. All right, going for a bounty here. Not folding much for 5 big blinds. It's got me pipped. Chop. Chop. Nice. Lucky. Take it. Anyway, thanks again for the support. Appreciate that a lot. So yeah, it's only 2 tickets. Again, third place does get $7, which is half the buy-in, just about. We could take a no equity stab, but I think this player will still have Jack X and like King 10s and Queen 10s and stuff, so yeah, probably just more of a normal bluffing spot, I would think. King 10 offsuit, squeeze, or sorry, 3-bet here. Fold. Been an interesting hand. They started with a limp and then just check, 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 check. Taking their sweet time here. Whoa. Well, that is not normal. Okay. Gotta get there. Unlucky. Unlucky. Here I went for a c-bet and they called and we're gonna lose. Ace King, I cannot make a pair with Ace King. It's sick. It's absolutely sick. All right, we bubbled. So we bubbled the 55. We bubbled the Satty. Tough, boys. Yeah, he does, Tyrone. He's usually usually on Sundays. He puts in a solid grind. All right, getting closer to the money. We're gonna play small bet here more than big bet, I think. A lot of bad runouts. They're gonna have some high equity hands here. Once they just call and this turn comes down clean, we're pretty excited. Pretty excited. And this will be a triple barrel. All right, T-Rags, don't get me, bro. Is this T-Rags from TikTok? That guy's funny, man. Trying to catch Doug P. Doug P. I haven't seen Doug P for a while. Shout out to Doug P. I hope Doug P is doing well. Okay, wanted to call, finds the fold. That's too bad. That's too bad. Nice fold by them, but yeah. Golden Brady. Hello, sir. Limp out of the gun, 2.6x. Top pair. Like, I doubt that they saw that there was a limp. It's more likely they thought they were blind versus blind or like raising the button or something, I think. I think we probably just want to play call though, still. Deep into the tank. I was planning on check here. I think half pot's decent though. Whoa, we got some more gifteds. Surf and Luke, Ardol, Fenny, Exo Poker, Check Raise My Grandma, Rude, and DS Control. Yeah, so this this kind of like raise pre and then tank for a while on the turn. It seemed like they really didn't know if they wanted to keep betting their value hand. So I thought, well, I don't know exactly what they have. My hand's worth about half pot, I think. And then they're probably not going to play raise, even if they have ace king, ace queen, ace jack, which is the case. And they probably shouldn't. So yeah, I think they still have some big aces here, which is why I'm somewhat comfortable just checking back river, and that's what they had. I think our hand was worth that much though. Just got to flop a set to get my revenge here. No, sir. Hey, thanks for more gifteds, man. That's 10 on the day. Poker sucks, lol. What a legend. Gonna give up here. Went for flop and turn bets. Bricked everything. Nice hand to them. What's up, Daniel? Sorolla. Hope the grind is going well today. It's going okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's going okay. I feel like I haven't had a hot run in ages, but that's how it be sometimes. I had 3 big blinds here with king 7. I didn't know if I should wait till the big blind or just go for this. I wouldn't be like super surprised if this was wrong. Maybe it's like king 9, but ace 8 goes for the rip here. All right, nice. Limp, raise, call. Bounty hunt. Damn, this guy shoves for 26 effective? Fold, I think. Yeah. It's a big jam. Not too often you fold ace queen on 7 blinds, but under the gun and ISO for full 30 with late reg done. It's going to be ace king a lot. King jack ace king against the button here, hunting the bounty. It's our third all in a row we've lost. Third in a row in the Predator. It was our best stack. We're still positioned decently to min cash, but I was hoping to have a big stack and win some bounties and such. Probably shove king 9, maybe bluff raise king 8. Small blind just probably picked up something decent. Unlucky. Thanks again for those sub gifts. Poker sucks lol. Let me get some emotes out for you. So yeah, here 79 paid, 85 left. This one we're gonna call. We're gonna call. And we're gonna call. And we're gonna block. Okay, I gotta think for a second, unfortunately. I mean, they have nines in the range, flushes, pocket tens. I feel like they can have it probably often enough here. Just like not, I don't think I need to be that stationy in this line. Show him the 10. He's streaming. Good content, but he didn't show me nothing. Didn't show me nothing. I'm all in. I was hoping streamer guy would just show me the nuts. Going for a value bet with aces. Lovely hand, aces. Two folds. We call twice here. Yeah. Like we beat some Jack 9, some like Jack 8 type stuff. There's like a couple of bluffs, like random like 6-5, 7-8 bluffs. And then our equity against like some pocket pair bluffs is pretty good. I don't think leading makes quite enough sense here, but maybe we could. Yeah, I think equity against overall range here is just a little too good. I mean, if they're opening, I don't know, if they're like a mid stack and they just have less of that stuff that I actually have good equity against, could just let it go out of position against the slight overbet. Or if they're a little bit of a tighter position, and we can start to filter out like hands like 5-4 and 5-6 and 6-7. If you can filter those out, there's going to be less hands that we want to be against, or we have good equity against, right? If you can start to filter out 3s and 4s, see what I mean? But I think when they're starting on like a big enough stack to open still like relatively wide, when we're playing short-handed like this, not under the gun, I think our equity is just okay. All right, we get ace-king on the bubble. I've lost the last 3 all-ins in this tournament. We're now on the bubble with ace-king offsuit. I've also bubbled 2 tournaments already today on party. Forgive me if my confidence is maybe a bit shaky entering this pot. Forgive me if I'm a bit shaky. I guess we call. I think. The thing is, once you add a bounty in here, it's like, I don't think we get to fold. Nice. That's the hand we wanted to see, and we held. Let's go. Beautiful stuff. Now against this player, I 3-bet. They call. I'm going to play check. And we'll play a delay bet. And we'll call. Hearts get there. Kings no heart. Call it off or nah? Nah. Nah. Action Braun says, hi Matt, regardless of results, you're always giving your best effort and I appreciate that a lot. Good luck. Thanks, buddy. I'm trying. I'm trying. Trying. Sir Inevitable here put in a very high percentage of their stack on the bubble and ended up folding. It might still work out for them though. Two people need the bust to cash, and they've been through the blinds. I fell in love with the city. I don't know. The way I play this spot is I check my whole range in position in these spots on these ace high boards. And proceed from there. So I know I'll have tons of better hands, and then pocket pairs with a heart will be a little bit better. Ace Queen Ace Jack for a bounty in the 55. Nice, very nice. Blind versus blind. Let's see if we're gonna have to re-enter or not. Today's 320. All right, not yet. Nice double. Berniz9 says, yo, Matt, real question, no hate. I've been watching you for a good 3 years, and I'd say, if I'm not mistaken, the bankroll doesn't seem to grow. Does that mean you've been breaking even for 3 years? No matter what, I love the stream. You were my favorite streamer. Cheers, mate. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's what that means. I've gone up and down the same 30K for a couple years. Haven't had enough big scores. Haven't had enough consistent results to see the bankroll grow a significant amount. Been trying, but good pot in the 55 at least. Get our first bounty. It's good. Double up. Back to half starting stack here. There's a lot of sun in your room. Warmer weather coming. It's so cold in Calgary this week. We got hit with a cold spell finally. It's been so warm all winter and it's just, I don't know, we deserve it. We deserve it. It's freezing now. Gotta take our medicine as Canadians. Ace 5 for 10 in the cutoff. I believe we still just ripped this one. I think we start to fold ace deuce, ace 3. All right, take down a couple of shoves, keep our stack alive. Pocket nines here in the hyper. All right, let's hope KP0 calls. I want a bounty before I go. Well, actually, I guess if I'm going, I won't win the bounty. It's a flip. Close. Top pair. Okay. Top pair with a gutter, actually. Go like B40 here-ish. They're gonna have 6x. They're gonna have some traps. I don't know. It's just ugly. It's really ugly. I mean, I kind of have the wrong hand to bet fold. Like, it's a lot better to bet fold like I think a king 10 of clubs than what I just bet folded there. Like, I don't think it's gonna be a great strategy. I do think once we see big aggression on the turn, it's not great anymore. Our hand is okay. You could say I needed to defend this hand, fine. But it's like we just... I don't think we want to overvalue this hand on the turn. This player did make the money, sir. Inevitable. Made the money. Your biggest bankroll is that you can do what you love. Yeah, very, very lucky, of course. Very, very lucky. Not losing money over that long is impressive in itself. So much experience gained with no loss of bankroll. I feel a little bit like that too. It's like, you know, I've been able to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars playing poker year over year and not lose money. Like, at least not lose too much, and then win some sometimes, right? Like, part of me is like, yeah, that's like in today's day and age when the games are tough and blah, blah, blah. It's like, there's a part of me that does think there's some merit to that, but I don't know. At least in the content game, these have been bad years for me because people want to see wins. They want to see progress. And I'm trying, but I haven't been able to deliver that. And whatever, it's like I'm trying. What else can I do? But yeah, it does, you know, poker results hurt content as well. Hurts my YouTube channel, hurts my Twitch channel. Like, even you'll see like the chat over the last 2 years, it's like so much more of it's like, so much more of the chat is like, it's more negative and it's more questions about the bankroll and like what's the deal with that and downswings, and it's a different energy when you're not running well and you're not crushing it. So I don't know, it sucks. Like, we just gotta keep trying, I guess, get better, whatever. But yeah, the poker and the poker and the content go hand in hand sometimes, so the downswings work both ways. Hello, Matt. Playing my first stage 2 bounty. Smaller field, 50k in mystery bounties. Any tips for those? So mystery bounties are a format that incentivizes gambling for the bounties. The reason for that is, like, right off the bat in the mystery bounty, in the money, there's going to be a massive part of the prize pool that's available in the bounties right away, whereas the ladders and the payouts are not going to be changing much. The ladders and the payouts are not going to be changing for a very long time, right? So that kind of dynamic means you got to gamble for the bounty. That's my advice. Don't try to wait it out and whatever. Like, if you have good equity hands, you see a couple short stacks all in, my advice is that if you want to really maximize your, I guess with this stack here, we should probably call. We don't want to raise and get them to fold like Jack 8 or something. We want them all in. They just call. So yeah, my advice is you might want to play tight and ladder up and run deep, but if you really want to get the most out of the mystery bounty, if you have chances to gamble for the bounty, I recommend doing so. That's my advice. All right, our first in the money of the day, the Predator. We are all in top pair with a flush draw against a better top pair and a raw flush draw. We are not going to improve. What a sick setup that was. What a setup. Okay, GG's. An unfoldable hand against a better hand. Good luck here. We got a flip in the 150 here. Come on. Come on, give us some good news. Big card. It's not a big card. We lose the flip. Our temperature today is about 75 Fahrenheit degrees warmer than 2 weeks ago. So I hear you on the large temperature swings. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh yeah, what is the temp right now? Yeah, it's minus 22 where I am right now. Celsius. Couple of 10s here in the 320. Sucks to be this short this early. Got to sweat these all-ins. Unlucky. I guess I'll fire another bullet today. It's pretty early. Got nothing else, so. Went for a 3-bet bluff here, ran into a 4-bet. Just can't do anything. Can't do anything right. Bluffing, value betting, all in, doesn't matter. Another day, same story. Tough. All right. 320 round 2. $320 round 2. If you want, I'll loan you my old short format, bad beat of the day, then you'll always got content, even in a downswing. I like that. That's a nice format, bad beat of the day. Does that count as just bad beat stories though? Do people like that stuff? Or is it just like this guy's just talking bad beat stories? Shoving here. Nice. Nice. Queens against 10s for 17 bigs there. Nice. Good pot. Good pot. Was planning to triple barrel bluff a lot, but they are all in. Fair enough. Could have also checked there. I think it was like a decent option either way. Ace 10. King 7, eh? King 7 floated the flop. Maybe, I mean, they have a lot of chips. I did go quarter pot. Maybe it's theory. Minus 25 a couple of weeks ago. Now we're at 17, so bonkers. Yeah. I mean, my part of Canada does that as well. Running cold, almost as cold as Calgary. Lol. Uh, Regal in HVN. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry. I don't know what my ABI is. I honestly don't. Across all sites, I'm not really sure. Probably like 60, 70, something like that. I always was worried that people would think it was just bad beat moaning, but I've had a few people tell me when I saw them at live stops that they thought it was funny, so who knows? Well, there you go. Some decent real life feedback. Lovely. 7 ball. 7 ball. Uh-oh. Might be drawn dead here, bro. They overcall a big bet call. I don't... Do they just fold a 6? I feel like they just fold a 6. How do I win this? What do I do? Oh, it's so hard to hero fold against big blind. I just can't. Can't. Can't against big blind. What if they call? What if they call? All right. Because if either range is more like possible to have Jack 8, Jack 7, these sort of hands, then it's them. Do I just lose though every time? Jack 10, Queen Jack. I lose the Jack 3, Jack 5, Jack 6, Jack 10, Queen Jack, King Jack, Ace Jack. Do they ever hero fold? No, I don't think they fold any of them. Yeah, the Jack 8. Let's go. That's so lucky. It's the perfect combo. Sorry for the nit roll, Tank. All right, bullet 2 in the 320. Gonna go for all of it here against Murphy. Murphy's a spicy cat. I think we'll get some light enough calls to make it better than checking here. Good luck. Does make the fold, but we win a good pot. I was an attorney last night with 2 sets flopped. Turn gave 6 quads. River gave 8 quads. Oh. Sick. Quads over quads. All right, so we win a pot with ace king. We're above starting stack in a tournament today. Beautiful. Ran into the perfect combo here with the Jack 9 against Jack 8. This is just a very specific spot where it's like under the guns big betting multi-way on a paired board, which there's not too many hands deep 4 ways they want to big bet for value. It's like the threat of trips is so real that you don't see people big bet very often. So when they have ace jack, king jack, queen jack, jack 10, and I have ace jack, queen jack, jack 10, jack 9, whatever. So when it goes big bet call and they call, like I'm just wondering if they're ever like, okay, somebody's always, I'm wondering if they think that there's always a better jack here, or too often there's a better jack here. So they're going to fold their weaker jack X on the flop, hero fold. That's what I was worried about, basically. Because if that's the case, then they're just left with better jack X, right? Or a full house. Now, I'm still going to call a decent amount of pocket pairs, and I'm probably not going to fold ace-6 on the flop, probably. So, like, my range is not always the nuts, which means, yeah, they should probably call, and then I eventually decided on call, because, yeah. I was just thinking too jack X centric. I don't know, kind of an interesting one, but anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. Wonder if some of the better Jack X squeeze pre-flop, Ace Jack, King Jack, maybe Queen Jack. I don't think usually against under the gun and button, but yeah, it's possible. I don't think it often enough to really discount like the combos enough. It's not really like a... Like it's an awkward stack size where like if you squeeze, you can't really call off. Well, I guess you could. I guess you could. So yeah, maybe you squeeze kind of linear or you shove some of them. I guess it's possible, which helps. You're right. I don't know though. It's probably only going to be the suited ones. It's not going to be a lot of combos anyway. But yeah, it's something I wasn't thinking about, so it's a good point to think about. I think Ace Jack definitely could consider that. Very fair. Multi-way here. Lots of draws for middle position. Check, check. Do, 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 do. Check, check, turn. Same hand. Pocket jacks doesn't make sense. Oh my god. Does it not help that he just started laughing? Oh my god, I just timed out. Shit. I was actually gonna click call, so that actually does hurt. I don't know. Like, there's at least a chance I didn't have the best hand. I mean, as played. But, like, I don't know. There's at least a chance that I didn't have the best hand. So, fine. Fine. But I wasn't gonna fold. I was moving my mouse towards the call button. God damn it, dude. That sucks. It was one of my better stacks, actually, but it sucks. I actually think there's a decent chance that we had the same hand. Oh, that was expensive. How many chips did I lose there? 7. I lost like 20 blinds. Oh, 22 blinds. Oh. That hurts, man. That hurts a lot. Again, there is a chance that I saved the rest of my stack. Like, there is a non-zero chance. It's considering a small bet with this combo, but I'm just gonna bet big. Call ace. Ace is not a great card. I'm not big betting too much ace X. They can definitely call some. I'm going to play... I don't know. You could play this in a couple different ways, but I'm going to play check. They check. All right, we're going to target a 9. I do think it's possible they could check, jam, bluff on us, but I don't think often with a 9. I think they'll hopefully just call with a 9 sometimes. Nice. All right, we got some chips back. It doesn't hurt quite as bad. Doesn't hurt quite as bad. Open up the 10s. Big blind defends. We're going to go check, check, flop. Well, if they have anything, I lose. If they don't have anything, I win. I mean, do I want to call just everything, my entire checking range? Tens doesn't become that good of a bluff catcher unless I'm calling my entire range here now, so just fold. Hey, back-to-back hands where we make a value hand and get paid. Still, I still can't get over that other hand we played, but we got a sub. 1 ton muck fire. 36 months. Welcome back, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, I didn't. Sorry, worst hands. I didn't even read your message. You said, "Okay, chat. For a gift sub, we have a quiz question. What is Matt's middle name?" P.S. I have no idea. So funniest answer wins. It's Ice, obviously. It's Matthew Ice. Duh. Matt Horatio Staples. Nice. Isn't that a name from Shakespeare? Horatio. I feel like that name is from Shakespeare's one of the plays. Open the Jack 9, all in, squeeze. Do, 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 do. 37 left, 34 paid. I don't think this one is doing anything. Yeah, I think we just jam here. And we're check folding. A check and a fold. Table chip leader opened. Yeah, I might actually go for slightly larger bet here. I mean, a lot of the time, like a weaker second pair is just going to block. But if you're against like chip leaders, got some 5x, 3x, some pocket pairs you beat, maybe a random 9-6 suited, you know what I mean? Like, got to think about the range you're playing against. So I don't think it's so bad. Don't think it's terrible. King 7 offsuit on the bubble, I'm not going to defend. Doesn't flop well enough, often enough. Matthew Office Depot Staples. Good one. Matthew Northwest Location Staples. My middle name is Northwest Location. I fold. Ace 10, I win. Queen 10 offsuit here. We're 3 off the cash. Shorter stacks are on similar stacks, and then there's a couple on really desperate 3 or 4 big blind stacks. So if I min raise and get cooked here, I'm left with 5.7. Character in Hamlet. Nice. Nice. Min raise pays off. Do, do, do. I feel like there could be some leading here. I think we could do some leading. Worst hands, gifting us up to Action Braun. Oh, God, I almost spilled my water. Been bad at that lately. Thank you, Worst Hands, for the gifted sub. Yeah, I think big bet here. We're repping a polar range of boats and flushes and trips. And we have a lot of bluffs here. 9-7, 9-5, 5-7, 5-4, 9-10. Other floats, like, there's a lot. Gonna be shoving here, middle position. My God, I lost ace-5 to ace-4 here for 3 bigs. Come on. Somebody just used an emote, which means I might bust here. I think we want to fold here. Jesus. Ace Queen is cooked, man. God. Wow, that's the best non-shove of my life. I could have also min-raised, which would have been better. All right, we're in the money. That's crazy. That was crazy. What a setup. Ace King, I think is supposed to fold here as well. I think you need, like, against shove, 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 I think you need, like, kings plus here probably. Pretty sure. Because they were the shortest stack, so if everyone's busting... Like, if everyone busts, they were the shortest stack, so they're going to be out first. So, I think they need kings plus there to call. It might be queens, but I think it's kings. All right. Anyway, good luck. Do you ever take money out of your bankroll for living, or is the income from Twitch enough to cover living expenses? I would take money out of the poker bankroll, but I haven't been making a lot from poker or really anything, so I'm gonna fold my trips here. Bet, call, call, bet, jam. Just fold. It's okay if they fold, like they can just easily have me beat. Tournament lifesaver. Folding. Big hero folder right now. Big hero folder at the moment. Yeah, so, I mean, the poker bankroll and my life bankroll, it's all kind of the same thing these days, except I don't really like to take a lot of money from my life bankroll and put it into poker. I try to just make money from poker and, like, use that for poker, but on some level, it's all the same thing at the moment. So if I had a big score in poker, I would probably take some out because I'm going to want to play pretty similar stakes. But yeah, as it happens, like, just not a lot of poker income happening right now anyway, so it's mostly the other aspects of my life, partnerships, streaming, content, investments, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's not really taking money out from poker right now, but that's mostly because I'm just not winning money in poker right now. Do 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 do. I wish it was a little simpler to explain. Thanks for the gifted sub, worst hands. Guess jam. Want anything more? Never Phase Me says the best Shakespeare play, period. Ace, queen, and king, queen. Chance to chop up a bounty here. We do. Sweet. Second bullet, we got 3750 to the account. I want anything more. I don't really remember what Hamlet was about. We did read Hamlet in high school. Grade like 11, English class. We did go through Hamlet. I feel like there was betrayal, death, murder. But any specifics past that, I don't think I can remember. I think what they failed to do, at least how I remember it now, is like, I think what they failed to do in school was really characterize why Shakespeare is so important and like why we focus so much on Shakespeare. You know, it's like you hear Shakespeare and you're like, yeah, that's high level, high class, revolutionary stuff. Shakespeare, of course. Like, wow, what a writer. But then they don't, at least how I remember it, at least it didn't stick in my brain is why. You know, why he was such a big deal at the time and why he's still studied today. It could be on me though. I think we're gonna go against Murphy here. Ace, Jack, Ace, King. Yeah. Gonna go against Murphy here. Shit. Murphy gets my action. And it was a bad choice. Killing me. Do, 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 do. I don't know. I mean, Murphy, like, the thing is that shove for 27 is often ace king, but like, I don't know. I've played against Murphy enough and they have some spicy plays and like some random plays that it just doesn't make me want to fold ace queen. Pre-flop and post-flop are different things, of course, but yeah, it's just like kind of an annoying spot where I think it's at least reasonable to go with ace queen, but yeah, anyway. It was just ace king. Thanks for the very honest answer. No problem. Folding there. Kind of like block here against a lot of the weak pairs that they have in their range. Try to go heads up with Matt, who probably got there, but I think we call for quarter pot. Jack 10. Keith, I do appreciate you taking the time to write this comment, but there's just so much wrong with it that I can't go into it. I hear what you're saying, but there's just nothing I can add to that comment. So I don't want to completely ignore you, Keith, but there's just nothing there for me. It's a tough spot for me. You've put me in a weird spot with that comment, I gotta say. One of the greatest storytellers ever, in my opinion. I would have to, yeah, I have at some point maybe revisit it. Lego versus Sullivan. Check raise from top pair. Shove from the overpair. The rich get richer. A setup. It's a setup. Insta re-enter. Is there overlay today? Not really. Not really. There's $100 in overlay. Late reg is done pretty soon here, so. Ooh, I cover a stack and they have a $168 bounty on their head. Exciting. 9-4 with a flush. King, queen. We have the short stack of the big blind. Short-ish. Not short, but short-ish. Could almost just jam here, honestly. With two really big stacks, and then the stack that I cover, it's a very reasonable shove. That would have been a fine option. John M. just feels like they want to come after me here. Please don't. Please don't. John? Where have you gone, John? Snaps Bros says I can't go more than a few days without thinking about the Roman Empire. That's the mark of a good man. That's the mark of a good man right there. Okay, John has disappeared from the table. Take it down. That's all right. King 9, Queen 10. Okay, that was the bounty stack I covered. Well, it's either they double up or they're out. Either way, there's no bounty for me, so. Dang. What did your bankroll start at? It started at $8. A long time ago. Late 2015, I started with $8 playing microstakes sit and goes, 10-cent sit and goes, 2-cent hyper sit and goes. Moved up to the 25 centers. I was at least sort of curious here, but I probably would have folded anyway. 7-8 kings. Not a spade to be found. Kings went for the trap as well. Ever thought about other formats like cash besides MTT? Not instead of, but I think playing cash games in addition to MTTs would be interesting. I have thought about that, but all my study, all my specialized focus has gone into tournaments. And they're also fun, and they're also generally what people like to watch. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons to play tournaments. Cash games, just going to take a lot of study and so kind of. Two pair here. Do, 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 do. I think we just ignore the king a lot of the time for 15 here. I don't think they check back much king X or any king X potentially, so I think we can keep barreling quite linear. Good equity hands, 10x. For this sizing. Don't think we need to polarize or slow down that much on the king. Yeah, the only really thing about cash is that sometimes I want to stream. Sometimes I want to stream, but I don't want to play a full tournament session. Or I don't want to start at a certain time of the day. And cash games allows that, right? It allows me to play on stream for maybe 2 hours, which is sometimes what I want to do. Or it allows me to just kind of fire up randomly for a couple hours in the evening or in the morning. Whereas peak schedule is where I live is like the same hours every day. And I can play short tournament sessions, but you know, on the days where I'm really putting in volume and really committed, it's just not a short day, right? So like today I stopped dredging really early. It's going to be a short tournament session. Which didn't have the grinder vibe today. But yeah, so that's what cash games does basically. Cash game allows a little bit more freedom. That's the most appealing thing. So we're not folding here unless there's a 4-bet. And I think I'd rather just get it in than I think I'd rather get it in than call out a position here. Why am I not folding? Well, we're still in reg. They're a mega stack. I think they're going to 3-bet a lot of suited aces just to get my bounty. I think they're going to 3-bet a lot of suited broadways, maybe some offsuit broadways. I think the range is just a bit too wide to want to fold to. And do I want to play this out of position against that range? Is it better? I don't know, but yeah. So I'm not pumped to get it in here, but I just think it's probably better than folding at this point. Gotta win a flip, please. No. All right. Good game. 2 bullets there. I did get $37 back on my second bullet. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream now. Do, What is it? 5 minutes. Yeah. This is not a turbo or anything. No. I think I'm gonna peel twice against Ethan. This guy plays a lot of hands, quite loose. Ooh. Did I get there or what? There's no showdown. Apparently there's no showdown. All right. We have ace jack, jack 9, and 5-4 here. Nice. We win the $13 bounty. Yeah, what we got? We have 2 games left. This one's still in reg. This one. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call it an early day. GG's those guys. I bubbled like 3 MTTs. I lost some big all-ins in the 320. 320 wasn't perfect. That ace queen was kind of light, but like reasonable. I'm trying to think on our first bullet in the 320, like where our chips went. Anyway, I can't really remember. But GG's. I know it was a short session today, but good to get on and play at least all the peak tournaments I wanted to play. Didn't run deep in any, but that's okay. We'll be playing tomorrow. There'll be another stream. And everything goes well, maybe a slightly juicier session. But GG's. Take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in as always. Poker sucks if you're still here. That's not a statement, by the way. Poker sucks lol is a username. If you're still here, thank you for the gifted subs today. Worst hands, thanks for the gifted subs. And yeah, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. GG's. Good night.